rich yet.
Let's talk about pivoting on your offer and your copy and not giving up on your funnel, because this is where most people fail. This is where they give up entirely. We're talking about pivoting entire business, right? But most people don't make it past the pivoting point for an offer, and we're literally in it right now. So I launched a new offer as of us making this video right now, a $200 offer. It's only been 10 days and it's not selling like we thought it would sell, even though I have hundreds of thousands of people that see it, right? And it's not selling. And we're like, why, dude? Why? So here's what we're doing. Okay. We're looking at it and we're saying, here's a percentage of people that have seen the page, and here's the actions that they're taking after. And right here on this page, they're not making it to the second page, which means the words and video on this page are not congruent
Yeah.
with what we're selling. So the last few days, we've tweaked that. We've added a new VSL. We added a new hook. We added a new call to action, right? Like a new, a new headline, new VSL video. And now guess what? We have to wait. We have to wait for 100 people to see that page before we look at it again and see, did it work or not?
Yeah.
Okay, and that takes time and money because I'm gonna spend ad money to get there, and then I have to wait several days before I get my next 100 people to see whether or not those changes even happened.
I was gonna say this is the beauty of it, right? When you're actually assessing a funnel and you're actually either making the decision, should I just quit and start building a new offer instead of just giving it time and see if it actually works? What does giving it time means, right? When you're running ads, right? Or even if you're actually doing it organically right now, if you're doing it organically or ads, the best part to see if your funnel is working or not is look at the data on the funnel metrics. Look at where the conversions are. There's actually standards of what an industry standard conversion should be for a free webinar, for a paid webinar, for a book call funnel, for whatever funnel you're running.
Whatever you're selling. Yeah, whatever offer you're selling.
Yeah, there's an industry standard conversion, right? So, for example, this is just an example. If you have an opt in page on your first page, you should see around 20% conversion on the opt in. They're opting in for free, right? Opting in means giving you your email, their name, email, phone number, whatever you're asking on that opt in form, right? Around 20%. Hopefully, I mean, my standard is I would like to be 30, but minimum 20%. If you're below 20%, something is wrong with that page. So don't even start quitting on the rest of the funnel if you have basically a brick wall that is not letting people pass the first page. But the best thing is that data is going to tell you exactly what you need to change. So you don't quit on anything until you fix that first page. Once that page you start seeing the 20%, 25, 30% conversion, now you look at the next thing to fix. Is my conversion on my offer is good? Is it not good? Again, that's gonna depend on how pricey it is. If it is $5 versus $100, the conversion might be a little bit different, right? But then you go into the upsell and you go into the other upsell.
Wait, I got one thing to add just right there.
Yeah, yes.
On each step of this, guys, is another 100 people before I make a decision at all, right? And that's the smallest sample. So take this into account. It's 100 people land on the landing page, and if I get my 20% opt-in rate, let's say I do, that means 20 people opted in to see my sales page. Well, I have to wait until 100 people see my sales page before I realize if that sales page works or not. Okay? So that means how many people do I actually have to send to my funnel? I have to send 10,000 people, right? Because only 20% of them are going to opt in to get me my first number on my sales page, right? I think those numbers are right. It's guessing, right? At a 20% opt-in rate, you need 1,000 people. Maybe not 10,000, you need 1,000 people at
Yeah.
20%. 1,000 times point 0.2, right? 200 people, right? So you need 1,000 people to go to hit your landing page so you can get 200 people to see your sales page, right? And now we just have barely enough data to see if our sales page works. Okay? And then out of that 200, I need another 100 that buy to see my upsell, to see if my upsell works. Okay, which means only, only out of the 200, there's only going to be, 100 of those people maybe that make it, probably less. So you see how this numbers adds up to where you need the time for them to filter through. Those are super important because people overlook that part.
Yeah, and I think that the key word here is time, right? So, how much time are you gonna give this funnel to actually know to get the enough number of people to actually make a good decision based on data? And the keyword again is time because either it can take you a lot of time if you're doing organically, right? Because organically, unless you're an influencer that, like, unless you're Mr. Beast that has millions of people seeing his videos and he can send somebody to a page, but unless you're not Mr. Beast, time is gonna take you. It's gonna take you a lot of time because you're doing it organically. So the tip here is people switch the hack, I should say. The hack for this is switching to paid advertising, then it reduces the amount of time that it takes you to send 1,000 people to that page. So either you can send 1,000 people organically and it's going to take you more time. It's going to take you, I don't know, a month, 2 months, I don't know. And then, but if you do paid advertising, sending 1,000 people to that page, it can take you a day, it can take you a week, right? So regardless of how much time and money you're willing to spend, you still need to have at least 1,000 people see that first page, right? Because then now that's how all the numbers are gonna trickle into the rest of the pages. So again, either do it for free, more time, or quick time, right? Small amount of time, but you just put a couple of dollars behind an ad to just force the numbers to get you data faster. And this is how big business owners scale is they put money behind it. They want to know that data faster so that they can tweak faster. So like in 2 weeks, they know they have a winning funnel because they're already matching all of those great conversions. They can do that in 2 weeks versus a person that is not doing ads. It's going to take him probably 3, 5 months to know the exact same data that this other owner saw in 2 weeks. And that's the whole beauty behind paid advertising and free and knowing the numbers, right?
So the difference between pivoting and quitting, you mean?
Yes, exactly. The difference between pivoting and quitting. Exactly.
Is knowing which numbers. Yeah, not quit too early because you didn't get enough numbers. That's where most people are, and this is
Yeah.
just specifically for your funnel. Now, when things are working, do you need to pivot your entire business? That's where we're at, where it's like, "Man, we don't wanna do the agency again for another year. We want more time to ourselves because we can get paid 20, 30, whatever amount, but then we have to work," right? But with your product, you get paid and then you're done. So that's what we're moving into as well, and that's where most people are too. So but those are the difference between pivoting your offer and pivoting your entire business. And quitting is really just stopping, right? You just stop that offer altogether. Just didn't give it enough time, right? And quitting your business is just going back and working for somebody else. And as soon as you do that, you pretty much quit, right? Unless you're doing that to get some extra ad money or something, because you still have to work when you're starting to give yourself a launch pad. There's no what if, ands, or buts about it.
If this save you time, money, or frustrations, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And if you want our help dialing this for your business, just go to launchesandconversions.com, book a call with us, and either Colton and I will look at your stuff and help you get better results. That's where we're going to go deeper. Okay. So see you on the next episode.